Hi everybody, it's Patty Rockstar Mom and welcome back to my channel. Well, many of you are probably wondering where the little story is today. Well, the little story is taking a little break. I've been thinking for the past month or so that I was going to back off of the little story. I've been sort of wanting to do something else and on Sundays, so I'm starting a new series, and you can tell by the title of this that it's going to be called Share the Love Sundays. And let me give you a little background. Back when I first started my channel about 2.5, 3 years ago, I knew that I was the oldest person doing videos here on YouTube in the beauty community. And I just never in my wildest dreams did I think that there would be a large enough audience on here for me. There just couldn't be enough people who would be interested in what a 69-year-old had to say. Well, boy, was I wrong. But the reason for that is right off the bat, even though I really never thought that my channel would grow and I didn't care, I was perfectly happy having a small channel. I was just so excited to have every person who watched. It meant simply to me that hopefully there were people who could relate to what I was going through in my life. And maybe there were a few people who could benefit from some things that I had to say. But right off the bat, with my channel, probably within the first couple of months, another channel who started at about the same time I did mentioned me. And because she had a different group of subscribers than I did, some of her people came over to me. I in turn mentioned her, and my people went over to her. So that was pretty neat. We were both small and helping each other. I had a few minor shout outs in the beginning. At some point I found Emily Noel and just loved Emily. I always commented on Emily's videos, but I knew that never in her wildest dreams, or in my wildest dreams, I just knew that Emily had no idea who I was. I got up one day and went to and checked my YouTube channel and realized that I had had 500 or 600 new subscribers overnight, and it was just mind-boggling. So I started reading the comments, and people started telling me that they had found me through Emily Noel. Well, I had watched all of Emily's videos. I watched every one as soon as she put it up, so I just couldn't figure out where in the world, how did I miss this video where she mentioned little old me? Well, I finally asked one of the people who had come over from her channel, and they told me that she had not really mentioned me, but put me in a list of people on her blog. So I went to her blog, and sure enough, somewhere in the middle of that list, she had mentioned Rockstar Mom. And I got so many new wonderful subscribers from Emily. I've had a couple of other mentions from people who have, 15, 20, 25, 30,000 subscribers, but that's pretty much it. But what I noticed was that typically when there are shout outs, the person who is doing the shouting, what they do is they just put a list in the description bar and the links to the channels of 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 people. And sometimes I'm in that list, sometimes I'm not. But what I notice when I'm looking at that list is it's just sort of mind-blowing. It's like, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to go through and check all those. And I mean, how do I know where to start? If I'm just going to pick one or two, how do I know how to start or where to start? So I've been thinking about this, and I wanted to share some love, but I want to do it on a regular basis for a while. So let me tell you how I've decided I'm going to do it. I am going to, every Sunday, we're going to be sharing the love. And I'm going to pick 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe 4 people that I subscribe to. And I'm going to give you a lot of information about that person. all the reasons why I love watching that person. And then you can decide whether or not you want to go over and check that person out based on how I feel about them. Recently, when I started thinking about doing this, I realized that I was following close to or subscribing to close to 150 people. There's no way I can watch 150 people. So I'm sort of starting with people that I do watch all the time. Even though I don't always leave a comment, I watch. I realized when I looked at that list that several people on that list no longer post videos. They're no longer actually on YouTube. One in particular, my favorite person of all times that I subscribe to is Donna Shorts 1. Many of you subscribe to Donna, and if you subscribe to her, I know you love her as much as I do. She's my favorite all-time YouTuber, period, bar none. And when I think about it, the reason I think I love Donna so much is because Donna tells stories. It's the production value of Donna's videos. Now, Donna hasn't posted a video in probably a year, maybe longer. And I keep thinking that if I send her enough subliminal messages that maybe she'll come back and post some more videos for us. I'm hoping so. I'm not going to unsubscribe to her just in case. So when I thought about doing this Spread the Love series, I thought, okay, how am I going to choose people to showcase in this video or in these videos? And I thought, okay, Patty, why do you watch particular people? Well, number one, I love to be entertained. That's the main thing first and foremost. I love to be entertained. I've always been real picky about movies that I go see and TV shows that I watch. I am not going to spend my money at a movie where there's blood and guts and killing and shooting and maiming and all those horrible things. I want to come out of that movie and I want to feel uplifted. I want to laugh. I want to feel good. That's my intention. I don't want to be down. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to worry about things after I come out of a movie or wonder about things. I want to be happy if I'm spending my money, and I feel the same way about TV. I have to feel good. I just have to feel good. And so that trickles right on down to my YouTube viewing. When I watch that video and I click off, I want to know that I'm going to have felt good or I'm going to feel good. I want to know that I had some emotions. I want to know that maybe I've gained some product knowledge. Maybe I've just learned something. But I feel like there has to be some value to that video, and that value can come in many different ways. So that's my criteria for picking people to feature or to showcase here on Share the Love Sundays. And by the way, I'm hoping that all of you who are content creators here on YouTube, you actually shoot videos. I'm hoping that all of you will do this in your own shape, form, or fashion. You're welcome to copy this if you want to. You're welcome to call it the same thing if you want to. We can just make it like a little tag. That's okay too. But I hope that we'll all get into the habit of sharing the love with people that we really care about here on YouTube. And I would like to ask that those of you who do not post videos, but you subscribe to the people that I am showcasing, I hope that you will, in your comments, maybe say why you like that channel too, so that anyone who's not familiar with that channel can read all of the comments and learn a lot more about that person. So let's just get right on with this, and let me tell you who I've picked to be first. This person has been on YouTube since February of 2011. And here is her description. on her channel page. She said, "My channel is all about fun. I make videos. It's a little of this and a little of that. There's makeup, chit chat, girl talk, tutorials, skincare, beauty products, product reviews, fun tag videos, room tours, cooking, dogs, a parrot, and more. Hope you will join me, Colleen." And this is Colleen from Ms. Cavalier 01. I think I found Colleen pretty much when she first started her channel. No, I didn't, because Colleen's channel is older than mine. I take that back. But I found Colleen pretty early on, and I don't remember how I actually found her. Maybe someone else had mentioned her in a video. I can't remember. But let me tell you a little bit about Colleen. First of all, Colleen does not have a middle name. Now, how many people do you know who do not have a middle, or does not have a middle name? I don't think I know a single person. My niece has 5 names. 5. Colleen has no middle name. Colleen has 2 daughters and the most adorable grandson you have ever seen. Colleen has watched General Hospital since high school. That's a long time. Colleen loves to read. She's a cancer survivor. She's a purse and shoe addict. And many times Colleen films in her closet, so you can see all of her clothes behind her. I would kill for a closet big enough that I could film in, especially here in Florida. Colleen is famous for her grocery store hauls. Every time she goes to the grocery store, you get to see everything she bought. Everything. And every single time she goes to the store, guess what? Colleen buys a piece of makeup. Every single time. I don't care what it is. When she goes shopping, she buys a piece of makeup. She's a self-proclaimed free spirit. Colleen has 2 alter egos. The first one is Mimi. You just never know about Mimi. Mimi is a hoot. And Mimi can get out of hand, completely out of hand at times. I think why we all of us who subscribe and watch Colleen probably like Mimi, because if we tell the truth, there's a little bit of Mimi in all of us. Her other alter ego is Johnny. And I'm not quite sure if Johnny is Mimi's cousin or Colleen's cousin. Probably need to go back and check that out. But I worry about Johnny. I'm not real sure where Johnny comes from. Johnny scares me. Sometimes when Johnny comes out, I'm going, no, Colleen, no, no. Don't say that. Say it ain't so. But he comes out. So, I think that you will love Colleen. She's just a doll. She's a doll. She's a doll. Colleen shows you, she lives in a beautiful part of the country. She has a beautiful home on beautiful property on a lake, and the scenery is just to die for, and the baby foxes. Oh my gosh. And by the way, Colleen got her name Miss Cavalier 01 because when she first started her channel, Colleen owned 2 Cavalier dogs. Since then, one has died, and she has a new little Yorkie that is the cutest thing you've ever laid your eyes on. So She has the Cavalier, and she has the Yorkie, and she has the Parrot, and she has a husband. So I know that if you go check Colleen out, you'll like her every bit as much as I do. So tell Colleen I sent you if you go over there. And I just want to say thank you, Colleen, for entertaining me, for always making me feel good. The second person that I want to spread some love to today, I'm brand new to. Brand new. I found her through Lori LL and a bunch of numbers, and I know many of you subscribe to Lori. But I found her through Lori. And let me read you her description. First of all, she joined YouTube in November of 2013. So, a couple of years. Not quite 2 years. But here's what she says. And the first 3 words of her description, I think, tells us so much about her. She says, I'm growing up. My name is Susan. I love to laugh, and I love to make other people laugh. So there's a lot of silliness that will be going on here. I am a piano player and a songwriter. I've been doing this all of my life. Never made it big. I came close a few times, but never did. But I'm happy and heading back for more lipstick, music, and fine adventures in the coming years. I upload a new video every week. Come along with me. We can put on a show. Oh my gosh. Susan's channel name is The Little Poet. And that has to be the most perfect description of Susan and her channel. When I saw Lori's video and I went over to Susan's channel, it was early in the morning. My husband had just left the house to go play golf, so he was going to be gone at least 4 hours. I clicked on that first video, and I did not get up out of that chair until I had watched every single video that Susan has posted. I talked about Donna Short earlier. If you like Donna Short, for the same reasons, pretty much the same reasons that you like Donna, you'll love Susan. Because she's a songwriter and a poet and a piano player, her videos are productions. And when I start to watch her video, I don't want it to end. Susan finds a song or a poem and she builds a story around it. She has a dog named Cooper who is blind. Susan, from what I gather, was married, and she's not. And Susan is finding herself. And it's something that so many of us can relate to. It's her journey, but it's the way she presents her journey. I don't want to give away too much because I don't want to spoil her videos for you. One of the things I like is that Susan goes to thrift stores and she shows us items that are of interest to her. And she'll hold up that item, or she'll focus on that item on the shelf. And instantly, Susan creates a story based on that object. Who could the previous owner have been? And how did that object wind up in that thrift store? She takes clothes into the dressing room and she tries on clothes for us in the thrift store dressing rooms. She may, at some point in the video, throw in a product review. Her viewpoints on things. But at the end of those videos, we find out that she has in fact purchased those items from the thrift store. And we see them in her home, beautifully displayed, like they've been there forever. And there's so much a part of her. She has created, at this stage of her life, an environment that I think any of us would love to live in. I can honestly say that when I turn on my computer and go to YouTube, if there is a Little Poet video, that's the first one I watch. And I can't see that ever changing. I can't see it ever changing. I think you'll feel the same way. I can always tell when the story is starting to wind down. You can see the bar at the bottom of the video. And I'm talking to my computer screen saying, no, Susan, no, don't end it. Keep going. I'm not ready. Susan is the reason, all wrapped up into one little bundle and package, of why I love YouTube. I like a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. But the bottom line is, I know after I've watched one of Susan's videos, I'm going to have gone through so many different emotions. I may be a little bit sad. It might make me, maybe she touches something in me and I'm a little bit melancholy. Maybe I'll laugh. I see Cooper, who is blind, and I think, oh, how sad. But then I rejoice in the special relationship that Cooper and Susan have in the closing scenes of her video. And you just have to watch it to see it. Thank you, Lori, if you see this, for introducing me and all of us to Susan. And thank you, Susan, for coming into my life, even if it's through YouTube. So as I said in the beginning, if you know Colleen and Susan, either one, both, please leave a comment about them so that others can hear what you have to say about them too. I think this is going to be a great series. I'm looking forward to doing it. It's taking a lot more time than I thought it would, but it's okay because I think this is what it's all about. One of my favorite authors is Marianne Williamson. Some of you will know Marianne. Many, many years ago, Marianne wrote her first book, and it was called A Return to Love. And in that book, Marianne says that most people think of ministers, preachers, clergy as people who have gone to school to learn what they do. And many have. But she says that we do not have to go to seminary or theology school or any kind of schooling, formal education, to be ministers. We're all ministers. Marianne says that if we have a Rolodex, now, some of you are going to go, a Rolodex? What is a Rolodex? So let me put it in modern language. If you have a contact list on your phone or on your computer or your iPad or your tablet, you have a ministry. We all have these experiences, and we're all, I don't care where we've been, we can all minister to other people in different ways. And I think that's what YouTube is. It gives all of us, whether we're, as YouTube now calls them, content creators, gurus, video makers, whatever we want to call ourselves, and all of you who are not, but your viewers and subscribers. It's all about us sharing and helping each other. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.